All right, here we go. A little technical difficulties, but here we are. I'm Max, and I'm joined here with Bess. And we're here for an exciting matchup featuring Crestwood and the host TRC. We're all tied up here, 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Kayla Drumma at the line. Misses the second, but there's Lattimore with the follow, and 2 more points for Crestwood.
And some great energy in the gym. People are into this one.
Here's Wilson, gets in the lane, her shot off. Bodies flying everywhere. Bailey's going to come up with that with Crestwood. They're looking to run. Good job, Drummond, able to save it. Ball's going to be here with Crestwood. Bodies on the floor, though. Wilson comes up with it, and it's TRC ball. Frazier passed up the shot. TRC's working it around. Tassan gets in the lane, great pass. It's going to be tipped away though. Crestwood, Lattimore, long steps right to the basket, and there's 2 more in transition for Crestwood. Crestwood now 4-point lead here in the second. It's been a back and forth affair here early on, Best. Here's Wilson probing at the top. Drummond, great defense. Wilson's left open. She takes the jumper. Rattles out the fight for the rebound, though, and there's Bailey coming up with it for Crestwood.
And almost in for Wilson there. Deep 3 goes up.
Day Wilson pulls up from the logo. It's no good. Lattimore there, right there for the putback and 1, though. She'll be at the line for a 3-point opportunity. Day Wilson
Lattimore
looking to Steph Curry range there.
A little bit, yeah. And Lattimore just extending for that rebound. She looks much longer than anybody the TRC has out on the court right now.
Lattimore able to convert. Good to see. Biggs converting from the free throw line. Crestwood now pushing this lead up to 7. Let's see how TRC responds. I believe this is the biggest deficit so far in the game. Son right in the lane. She's going to draw the foul, and she'll go to the line for 2. Tassan able to convert. TRC had a little scoring issue. We walked into his tied 17-17. So good to get some points here with Tassan. Last basket we saw was a deep 3 beating the buzzer for her. So instant offense for her here. We have seen her be a huge offensive factor, especially when Michaela Ennis has not played earlier, or Ariel Wilson earlier in their season. So we'll look to her take a similar role here with Michaela Ennis out.
Another offensive rebound there for Crestwood and getting set back up.
Here's DeMckay for 3. Rattles out, but there's Edwards on the follow, and that one's good, plus the foul. Crestwood killing these offensive rebound chances.
And Crestwood does have size, but TRC is just going to have to figure out how to get a body on people.
And Edwards also able to convert. With that, we're going to have a sub. We're going to have the Vukovic sisters switching places for TRC. Wilson driving on DeMckay. She's going to draw the foul. It'll remain here, TRC. It's going to be Crestwood's second foul here of the quarter. They get it in today. Short corner. Her step back is blocked by Lattimore, and she's pushing here for Crestwood. She's going to stop it up top. Here's a little pull up on the baseline for DeMckay. No good. Flying in for the rebound, though. Reed, and she's able to put another putback in for Crestwood. Woo. Tassan right back the other way, a little in and out step back. It's no good. TRC though this time, fighting for the rebound, and Clark's able to get a putback of her own.
Crestwood was just on a little 10-2 run there. That was, but
right back your other way, and Edwards is able to finish with the left hand in transition. 8-point lead here for Crestwood Lions as we're going to get a timeout for TRC.
And Crestwood just getting everything at the rim, Max. Just right inside. Strong finishes, but easy finishes in that close range.
For Crestwood, we've seen a lot of offensive rebound opportunities and then in transition. Most often they're getting great looks out of those two chances. If you're TRC, you're going to have to clean that up. You're down 10 now. If you're Coach April, how are you going to do that?
Well, I just think offensively, just in this little run that we've witnessed here, so TRC just hasn't looked very comfortable on the offensive end and haven't really got any good shots, whether that's taking it hard to the rim. We did have a couple fouls inside, but there haven't been that many good opportunities. So just, again, relaxing, coming back. These runs are going to happen. It's all part of the game. It's just how you deal with it, not letting this get too extended, buckling down defensively, boxing out, just as you mentioned, getting after the defensive rebounds, just giving them one chance, and then offensively, getting some offensive rebounds of your own and putting up some good shots, giving yourself an opportunity to score and putting those shots up with confidence as well.
Great. So coming out for Crestwood, we have Bailey, Edwards, Lattimore, Day Wilson, and DeMckay. For TRC, we have Wilson, Day, Vukovic, Tassan, and Clark. There's Tassan curling off the screen, pass it up. Vukovic, good lane. Gets a good look at the basket, unable to convert with the left hand. Fight for the rebound, though. Wilson comes up with it for TRC. They're going to get a good look for her from three. Just too strong. Crestwood comes down.
Two good looks. So
the crowd really wanted that three-pointer, though. Both boys' teams up. Back the other way, Lattimore couldn't handle the pass. Clark is pushing for TRC. Here's an open three for Vukovic this time. Short, but there's Clark again. That one's short. Crestwood's able to get that one. Two good possessions on the offensive end for TRC. And back the other way, we're going to get Day picking up the foul in transition, fouling Edwards from behind. So it's going to remain here, TRC. That was the fifth foul of the quarter for TRC. So we are going to, so we're going to have Edwards at the line.
And a couple good looks for TRC offensively there. It's just about taking the time, focus, putting those in, watching the ball go through the basket.
And Edwards able to hit the second.
And Max, for viewers who are less familiar with TRC and the makeup of their team, so they did very well in the OSBA last year. What does this team look like compared to the team that played last year?
This team, it's pretty similar. They bring back the reigning MVP in Michaela Ennis. She's unfortunately not playing this game. They do have a few pieces that have transferred over or to other teams. We do have Sophia Zulich now on Crestwood that was on TRC last year, but they have injected a few youthful pieces. They have Ennis here on Lattimore up the top. They brought in Clark is new, Tassan is new, so they do have a lot of new faces, but that strong core of Wilson, Ennis, and Day are all back. So definitely a group that's comfortable with each other, but lots of new young faces on the roster, so it's an exciting group to watch.
That's great, and they just got a quick basket down here, so the lead is 10 points, and TRC looking to dig into that even further here.
Clark gets in the lane, looks to be challenged at the rim. It's going to be blocked there by Lattimore, and Crestwood's coming right back the other way. Day Wilson tries to find the cutter, tipped away. Tries again, gets it right to Edwards, and she's able to convert that time.
Crestwood just really using their size advantage inside to get those easy opportunities.
And the Crestwood's crowd's getting loud now. Tassan's going to get tipped away from behind. It's going to remain here, TRC. A great atmosphere here, TRC gym.
It is. It's a lot of fun, and we've got fans from both teams.
TRC to inbound. Look for Day on the baseline. Edwards picks that off, and she's running for Crestwood. Gonna have to stop her. She's gonna Euro step to the left hand and able to finish for 2.
Great ball, great.
Tassan right back the other way, blocked by Crestwood, and here they come again.
Yeah, Edwards is just all over the place here.
Unable to go there by Bailey. Lattimore's put back too strong. It's gonna bounce out of bounds off Crestwood. It's gonna go over to TRC. But Crestwood really putting on the pressure here for TRC. Running the floor, challenging the possessions at the rim with their bigs.
Yeah. I think their size has just been playing a really big factor in this quarter, whether that's defensively, challenging shots, blocking them at the rim, or offensively, just being bigger, longer, and getting those easy looks.
The post rotation of Edwards, Lattimore, and Drummond is one of the longer you will see in the OSBA, so it is something that TRC probably isn't used to. 3 long bodies that are going to come at you at all chances you get at the rim, so it's definitely something you're going to have to adjust in game, and we'll see how TRC manages that their next 2.5 quarters. Wilson trying to push the pace for TRC, lose the handle, able to retain it. Vukovic gets around to the defender and able to finish with the finger roll. Down to a 12-point lead here. Crestwood, 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Crestwood working around the TRC zone. They lost, though, on the back end. Joseph, she's able to finish with the layup for 2. Little miscommunication there on the defensive end for TRC. Tassan right back the other way, got in the lane. Kicked out, though. Saw the defender rotating over. Clark, great crossover, kicks over, passes too strong, though, for Wilson. It's going to go out of bounds. Back over to Crestwood.
And just some rush passes there by TRC. Did have some open players that would have had some good looks, so just a matter of slowing it down. And making sure that they're giving their teammates the ball in the place where they want to receive it and where they can do something with it.
They get to Edwards on the block. Great up and under move. Unable to hit the first. The follow, though, is good. 2 more points here. Aaliyah Edwards for Crestwood. Son driving on Day Wilson. Clark now. Good job. Joseph
Nice
gets the spin, though, and she's able to finish with the left.
Great move finding the hole in the middle of the key. Finishing strong.
The 3-point attempt by Bailey's no good. Wilson tracks it down. Here comes TRC now pushing. Wilson able to get around Day Wilson. Unable to hit with the left, though. And here comes Crestwood right back the other way. Day Wilson looking for her teammate. Decides not. Pulls it herself. Just too strong. Edwards again with the offensive rebound. Kicks out. Day Wilson tries the other side with the pull-up. Too strong. We're going to get a foul here. On the rebound, it's going to be an intentional, it looks like, on TRC, so it's going to send Edwards to the line, and ball's going to remain with Crestwood.
Yeah, I think we just had a little jersey tug there as Edwards was jumping for the rebound.
They are starting to battle down low. It is, you obviously don't want an intentional foul. You don't want Crestwood to get the shots and retain the ball, but it is a sign they, at the start, were just giving up offensive rebounds and didn't even look like they were trying to put a body on the Crestwood player. So they're showing some fight here.
Yep.
Might not be the most effective yet, but some life here for TRC on the offensive glass.
And definitely something that has been addressed by Coach April to her team to focus on. So we'll see what happens coming out here. Crestwood ball. 2:25 left in the second quarter. And so if TRC has some familiar returning pieces, what about Crestwood? New kid on the block.
Crestwood is actually new to the OSBA this year, so we didn't see much of them last year. We do know that Day Wilson and Lattimore have been staples of that program, so they are returnees. And we do know some other faces have transferred in. So Drummond transferred in last year, so she was there with that squad last year. We have Zulich is new this year. We have DeMckay is new this year. Edwards is new this year. So a lot of new faces also for them, especially in the rotation that we've seen so far this game. So they do have that strong core of Drummond, Lattimore, and Day Wilson back. But again, another team with lots of new faces, getting these new personnel gelling early on in the season. And so far it's worked for Crestwood. They're coming into this game 5-0 and putting up 43 with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. It's a lot of points, Bess.
It is quite a lot of points, yeah. And some of the wins that they've had early on have been fairly dominant in terms of the score, the scoring differential. So just a really
A little bit of confusion here. We're just going to get the shot clock reset. It's going to be Crestwood, Day Wilson here to inbounds for Crestwood. Day Wilson using the Edwards screen, trying to find her cutting. It's going to be picked off by Tassan. She's streaking down the side. Good little poke there by Day Wilson to change that shot, and Tassan's unable to finish. Here comes Crestwood. Day Wilson takes a look at three in transition, and she's able to hit. And the Crestwood parents and bench are getting into it. It's that energy we love. Right back the other way. Clark tries to answer, unable to hit that one though. Day Wilson bringing it up for Crestwood, kicks over. Another three, this time by Day Burrell, unable to go. It's going to be stepped out of bounds there by DeMckay. It's going to go back over to TRC. DeMckay, sorry. We're going to get a sub as Lattimore checks back into the game for Edwards. And we're going to get Clark checking out and Vukovic back in for TRC. We also have Ennis, Wilson, Tassan, and Day for TRC. For Crestwood right now we have DeMckay, Zulich, Day Wilson, Lattimore, and Day Burrell.
So from a tie game, the beginning of this quarter, we've seen Crestwood open up almost a 20-point lead here heading into the end of it. So a minute 30 for TRC. If you're TRC, to hopefully get a couple of baskets, a couple of stops defensively, and build a little bit of confidence heading into halftime. Good
move there, Tassan, able to get around Day Wilson. Day Wilson, though, sneaky hands, poked it from behind. It's going to go off of Lattimore and out of bounds. So it's going to remain here. TRC ball baseline, 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. There's Vukovic on the baseline. The long two is off. Day Wilson brings it down. She's going to slow this one down. Finds a Lattimore. Great pass to Day Burrell in the corner. She gets a little up fake on Ennis and able to finish with the left-handed floater.
Little lefty floater.
Son working on Day Wilson. This time she's going to get called for the hands on the body. It's only going to be Crestwood's third foul, though, a minute here, so no bonus situation yet for TRC. Day working on Lattimore, good job. Tassan now using the Day screen, gets in the lane. Her floater, short, fight for the rebound. It's going to be off of Lattimore and out of bounds.
Looks like it'll stay here, and TRC will get another opportunity.
The refs are just going to convene here, talking about the shot clock reset. We're going to leave it here at 4 as the ball, we're going to put it to 4. as
No
we're going
change
to
of possession there?
say ball did not hit the rim on that one. So it's going to be Wilson to inbound for TRC. 4 on the shot clock here. They get it into Day with the size mismatch down low, puts it up over the smaller defender, unable to go. Lattimore comes down with it. Here comes Crestwood. Day Wilson thought about the 3. Great pass to Drummond. She can't hit the layup. Day comes down with that, and here comes TRC. Great pass, though. A little hesitation up top. Look off the defender. Finds her post right there on the doorstep.
Just not quite able to finish, but getting some really nice looks. Day Wilson, we saw her pull up. Well, we've seen her take the shot from deep, but also make a 3. Great distributor, though, and facilitator.
Look to find Day cutting to the basket. It was tipped away, though, right at the line. It's going to be Crestwood with the steal. 6-second differential here, shot clock, game clock. See how they manage it. Day pull up 3, rattles out, but Lattimore again with the follow. That one rims out. Fighting for another offense rebound, couldn't come up with it. Wilson comes down with it for TRC. They have 10 on the game clock. Wilson uses the screen, gets right around. Lattimore comes over, though. She's going to get the block. It's going to go out of bounds. TRC ball here. 4 seconds left in the first half.
And Crestwood is putting ball pressure up top and putting a lot of ball pressure. And we're watching some of the girls get over top of screens. But when you have shot blockers like that in the back, you can apply a little bit more pressure and not worry so much about getting beat, because you know that second line of help is going to be there and that they are likely going to be able to get a hand on whatever shot's going up.
Dominique Endis, great up fake, able to get a good look at the pull-up on the baseline. Unable to go, though. So just like that, we go into the first half, concluding it's going to be Crestwood leading this one 48-27 over TRC.
And we're back with TRC starting off with the ball for the second half.
All right, here we go. TRC now down 21 here, so a big deficit out of the first half, but we saw them answer in the first. And there we go, right off the start of the quarter, we find Tassan finding a cutting Wilson. So TRC really going to have to execute here in the third quarter. We have seen them play effectively early on here against Crestwood, so let's see. An early basket, a steal. Here's Wilson coming the other way, drives right in, challenged by 2. TRC coach looking for the foul, but good job there by Edwards, able to hold it off. Coming back the other way, Tassan's going to pick off the pass, and here comes TRC. Back and forth affair here. It's going to be tipped away from Tassan. Out of bounds, going to remain with TRC.
And great aggression by TRC coming out in the second half. In the second half, just going at them offensively, defensively.
Here's Frazier to inbound. Vukovic down low. Good job by Drummond to cut her off. Day now driving into the middle. The fadeaway. No good. Lattimore cleans it up.
And TRC will have to be really try to be very effective on their first chances because they are not getting a lot of second ones with Crestwood's size inside.
Demake unable to hit the 3. Drummond comes down with it. We're going to have a shot clock issue there as ball did not hit rim, so it shouldn't have been a reset. We're going to get it. Crestwood ball on the sideline. 5 here remaining on the shot clock. Day Wilson around the defender into the lane, throws it up just off. Drummond gets the miss, though. Day Wilson a second chance, and she's able to hit the second.
I think that's really costly, Max, for TRC, just not getting a quick rebound there.
Tassan right back the other way. She's going to drive. Edwards cuts her off. It's going to pick up the foul, so Tassan's going to head to the line. Aggression here early for Tassan in the second quarter, getting right to the rim.
Absolutely. Taking it right at the defense and making things happen.
Mm-hmm. Tassan's able to hit the first.
And do we have any standout scorers from the first half that we should be talking about or looking at heading
For
into the
Crestwood,
second?
we had Aaliyah Edwards finish the first half with 22 points, so huge numbers for her early on in the first half. We'll
Absolutely.
see if she can contribute, but that's 44 on pace for, so those are eyeing OSBA scoring records right there, ladies and gentlemen.
We will keep an eye on that for sure, as Lattimore lays it in there for 2.
At Emerson Molina, check the stats, hook us up with that record. Here's Tassan on the left wing looking for a cutting Wilson. DeMckay comes from behind to tip it away, and here comes Crestwood 3-on-1. The passing. Lattimore gets it in the end. Her shot's going to be adjusted there by Frazier. TRC comes down with it, and they're going to push the other way. Tassan's calling for the screen up top. Working on Lattimore now. Gets around her, but Drummond able to cut her off. Day now blocked from behind by Lattimore, and Drummond cleans up that mix. Tons of blocks by Crestwood this game.
Definitely. They seem to be getting a hand on everything.
DeMckay for 3, and it's good.
Really
little
pouring it
three-key
on
for
here.
Demiki right there.
Extending the lead to 25 here early in the third quarter. It looks like the scoring for TRC was more balanced, nobody had those huge numbers that Aaliyah had.
Leading scorers with 6 at half, 3 different players. We had Clark, Tassan, and Vukovic all with 6, so spread out for sure over the first half. We'll see if some of their bigger names like Day, Wilson, Frazier get going here in the second half. Frazier's rattles out. Day's there for the follow, though.
There you go. Offensive rebound, poke back, put some points on the board.
Mm-hmm. It's going to have to be Wilson, Day, Frazier, Tassan, these staples of the TRC lineup. They're constant people who they provide on for points early on are going to have to step up when they're going to try and cut back here. 25 points down early in the third. And Day Wilson able to get around the defender, gets her pull-up, and jumper looking silky smooth today, Beth.
Yes, absolutely. She has been very impressive so far.
Day Wilson comes on Day, tips it away, bodies on the floor. We have 3 Crestwood players diving on it. Day comes up with it. It's going to be jump ball, though, going back over to Crestwood.
And great hustle, Max. We've actually seen a couple of players diving on the floor several times already throughout this game, so both teams are really up for it. A number of subs coming in here for TRC, and it looks like 2 subs coming in for Crestwood.
We have Ennis and Clark, Vukovic for TRC. For Crestwood, we have Day Burrell and Samuels. Edwards using the high post, gets around the defender, gets to the left hand, is going to be fouled, so he'll go to the line for 2.
And I don't want to say Edwards had a quiet 22 in the first half, but she just did. She was just there doing the right thing. She was getting the offensive rebound, finishing the putbacks, making her foul shots. So, not necessarily hitting big threes or making that, fancy plays, but just very, very steady.
A little miscommunication there by TRC as Clark's pass for Vukovic too strong. It's going to go out of bounds back over to Crestwood. Yeah, tons of offensive rebound chances for Edwards early on, and it just seemed like she finished almost every chance she got right at the rim. So we don't have the exact numbers, but it seemed like quite an efficient 22. She wasn't putting up tons of shots.
Absolutely.
And there she was, unable to hit the first, but right again, another second chance opportunity. She's able to convert.
I think she was just padding her rebounding stats for that one. Good contest, good rebound there by Crestwood.
Vukovic unable to hit the 3. Here's Day Wilson probing for Crestwood. Gets a little hesitation up top, finds a cutting Edwards. Finds the hot hand, and she's able to hit 2 more, Leah Edwards.
And that's great, Max. Edwards getting the ball high from Day Wilson and keeping it high to finish in the post there.
Great move by Tassan, unable to hit the lefty though. Crestwood gets in, they come right back the other way. Here's DeMackay, finds Edwards. It's going to be fouled by the side by Clark, trying to tip that one away. It's going to stay here, Crestwood. But Crestwood, it seems like once they get that defensive rebound, either the post is pushing or they get a quick outlet to the guard and someone's already at the other end of the court.
Yes, they're transition from when, and generally, like you said, it's either post pushing the ball or it's going to be in Day Wilson's hands, and her eyes are down the floor immediately. And if there is somebody who has opened up ahead, she's very unselfish in giving up the ball and moving them to offense much faster than TRC is able to transition back on defense right now.
It's much quicker than we've seen for most teams so far. They're well-oiled machine looking like early on here. Day Wilson's pass forward. DeMackay tipped away by Vukovic. TRC comes up with the steal. It's Frazier looking for Day, cutting to the basket. It's going to be tipped away from behind. Edwards comes down with it for Crestwood, and here they are again in transition. Edwards for 3 this time. Just off. Fight for the rebound, though, is going to be hit off of the TRC player and out of bounds, so it's going to remain with Crestwood.
See if TRC can dig in here and get a stop.
Throw it over the top to Edwards. Is going to be tied up by Day. We're going to get a foul here called on the floor. That's going to be Day's 3rd. So it's going to remain Crestwood ball, 14 on the shot clock.
And she's just been doing a very good job of that, Max, like I mentioned before, just keeping the ball high so then anybody shorter, those the shorter players with their busy hands getting in there, nobody's going to knock it away, and she's able to keep it high, get the foul call, or finish.
And we had Edwards trying to come off the screen. We're going to get an illegal screen called there on Bailey for Crestwood. So that's going to be her 3rd foul of the game. Unable to handle the pass down low. Vukovic. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by TRC. It's going to go back over to Crestwood here.
And again, Max, also very impressed by their hustle. You saw they had three 3 Crestwood players and one TRC player when the ball was going out of bounds, running and pursuing it. So they are up big, and they're also winning those 50-50 balls, getting to the ball first.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we talked about a couple of the fresh faces on TRC. They had some staple returning players, but that's some fresh faces. There's also a fresh face in the coaching position as well.
Yes, exactly. The old coach, Leanna, she moved on to coach the St. FX women's basketball team. So we have new face, April Dew. She is provided a great amount of energy here early on for TRC. They're 5-2, good results early. So it'll be interesting to see how TRC transitions to the new coaching role. They had Leanna, I believe, for only one season also. They had coached Jermaine before that. So it'll be interesting to see how the players keep adjusting to the new coaching styles year after year. But so far it's worked for TRC. They've been in finals 2 years in a row.
Yeah, it's really great to see Coach April in this role too, having just finished her playing career and transitioning into staying in the game in a coaching role.
Yeah, it's great. April played at Acadia and then with George Brown.
Yes, yeah, the very successful George Brown team. Fun fact is that April is also a part-time coach with the Toronto Raptors youth development squad.
Yes.
So she gets out there in those clinics and also has an impact on much younger kids, and a lot of them just in community-based sport.
The pass for Bailey going to be picked off there by Wilson. She gets around Day Wilson, able to finish with the left hand. Let's see if Ariel Wilson can get going here the second half. She has 4 points, up to 5 on the game. Day Wilson working up top. Gets a pull-up 3, too strong. Edwards, though, comes down with the rebound. Day's going to be able to pick off that one, though. Day Wilson, though, comes out of nowhere, able to tip it away from behind. Crestwood swinging it around.
Swinging the ball, switching the court, getting a good look.
Unable to hit the 3 for DeMckay. Frazier comes down with it. DeMckay, sorry. Wilson up top here, guarded by DeMckay. Frazier uses the Day screen cut off there by Edwards. Little fancy dribbling by Day. We're going to get Day Wilson called for the reach-in foul there. Great defense, though. They're applying that ball pressure you mentioned early on, Bess.
Absolutely, yeah, they really are, and they're kind of like we've seen with some other teams, Kings in particular, that we were watching the other night. The ball pressure you're not starting at the 3-point line. They're really anytime they're sort of in their offensive end of the court, they're making sure that the offense knows that they're there.
Here comes Crestwood. Woo. Edwards gets a cutting. She's able to finish another and one for her.
How many and ones have we seen for Aaliyah in this game? Been a couple anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Just great hands around the basket. Really strong finishes.
And Day Wilson continues to do a great job finding her players. Sees Edwards out of the corner of her eye, puts it right on her body. She's able to convert with the left hand too, and she'll another 3-point chance. It's Crestwood. They're working early on.
They certainly are. They've done a very excellent job of carrying over. Well, I mean, at the beginning of the half here, we saw TRC with that quick score and a defensive stop, but Crestwood has done a very good job since then of carrying on over the momentum from the end of the second quarter here into the third quarter and just extending their lead.
Good job, Drummond cutting off Wilson. Wilson able to use some fancy dribbling, gets away. Vukovic gets the up fake. Here's Clark out of the high post, fakes the corner. Didn't fool Drummond, though. TRC gets the ball back. Low shot clock. Jason's got it quick. Doesn't get it off in time. We're going to get a shot clock violation here. TRC.
Make sure everybody's ready to go, and we are back on.
Edwards now working from the wing, gets a drive by Dan's able to finish with the left hand. It is her night, ladies and gentlemen.
It really is, yeah. Not only finishing inside, we saw her take it the length of the floor and finish. We've seen that she can put it on the floor from the wing. We've seen her take a three, didn't go in, but it looked right on line. Her showing all the different facets of her game. Blocking shots on defense.
Yep. We're going to have Edwards and Bailey both check out here for Crestwood after Edwards picked up that foul. It's going to be her second of the game. So we're going to have TRC ball here sideline. Clark gets in the lane. Lattimore comes over, able to tip that one. TRC retains it, though. Here's Day, and Day is able to answer with an and one of her own.
Good finish inside, way to stay with the play there.
And Day's able to convert the three-point chance. Day Wilson gets in right in the lane, throws it to Lattimore, and she's long step into the basket.
Yeah, rejects the screen up top, finds Lattimore on the wing.
Wilson, great job getting into the lane, finds an open teammate. Clark's unable to convert the chance, but a good look there for TRC.
Yep, wide open shot, getting inside the paint, and then finding the open player. Start to make those.
Day Wilson up top, using the Drummond screen. Get a switch. Day Wilson looks to attack. Loses the dribble on that one, so it's going to go back over to TRC.
A minute left in the third quarter.
Son looking to drive, gets around Day Wilson, can't hit the layup. Lattimore comes down with it, and here comes Crestwood. Day Wilson quickly gets it ahead. Woo, okay. No look pass finds an open Lattimore, unable to hit the lefty though. It's gonna go over to TRC.
I didn't even see Lattimore.
Yeah.
I'm watching the whole court here, and
just snuck in the backside, and Day Wilson, eyes in the back of her head, hit her with the no-look pass. After the miss, we did have a foul there called on Lattimore on Day. It will be a bonus situation, so Day's going to go full length of the floor to have two from the line.
And probably just a little bit of frustration there about not finishing that easy layup off the amazing pass.
And good cut.
Yeah, absolutely.
40 seconds here. Let's see if Crestwood go 2 for 1 to end the third. Day Wilson looking to attack up top, kicks it out. Reed passed up the shot, goes for the pull-up instead, and able to hit. Nine-second difference, shot clock, game clock, so they do get that 2 for 1. Tassan gets in the lane, can't hit. Day cleans it up. Vukovic cutting down the lane, though, and she's able to hit.
And way to stay with that from TRC.
Here's Day Wilson. 8 on the game clock. Let's see what they draw up for the end of the game. Play. They find Reed, pass up the 3. Bailey for 3. Unable to hit, use the bank, fight for the rebound. Body still flying everywhere. TRC comes up with it, so there we have it. And the third, Crestwood now leads this one, 73-41. All right, so here we go to start the fourth. We have TRC Tassan to inbound. Crestwood, good job jumping to the ball to cut that one off, but TRC is able to inbound.
And Crestwood still extending that defense as they have those shot blockers in the back.
Ennis uses the screen. Finds a cutting day on the baseline. The turnaround jumper. Lattimore again with the reach. And it's going to be turnover, shot clock violation here for TRC. So the ball's going to go back over to Crestwood.
That's something we've seen a couple of times in this game is TRC getting right to the end of the shot clock there and having to put up a rush shot or not quite getting one off. Crestwood with that ball pressure and that lengthening their defense is really disrupting TRC's offense.
Okabasu's pass over there for Dave Burrell is going to be mishandled and out of bounds. So it's going to go back over to TRC. With that, we're going to have Reed check out. Demika checking into the game for Crestwood. Ennis, some fancy dribbling up top, able to get around the defender. Days long to no good. Akabusu comes down with the rebound.
Good follow by TRC, though, staying in the fight there. It's going to be a jump ball. Crestwood. Getting the shot clock all sorted, and here we go.
Demika finds Edwards down low. Kicks out Dave Burrell. A little bit miscommunication, though, as just wasn't in the corner. Edwards thought she was cutting. Dave Burrell was set where she was, so it's going to be turnover back over to TRC. Right idea, though.
Yes, absolutely.
Ennis comes off the screen, thought about the shot. Good job, Edwards, to close. Tassan gets in the lane. Another block by Lattimore over the backside. Here comes Crestwood. Demika, she likes that floater. It's going to rim out, but Lattimore with the long arms reaches over, gets the rebound, can't finish the putback, though.
Another second chance opportunity there for Crestwood.
Ennis, a deep three. It's quick. Just off. Here comes Crestwood. Demika going to slow it down for Crestwood. Calls out the play, throws it down to Edwards. She's going to make something happen down low. The fadeaway, no good. Lattimore, another offensive rebound, though. She's going to get tied up. Jump ball going to go over to TRC.
And a good job, too, by Crestwood of sharing the basketball. You noted Edwards' pass didn't quite make it there, but looking for teammates, moving the ball really well, swinging it a lot, making the defense move, and that's leading to open opportunities.
Ennis, good job getting around the screen fence. An open look for Tassan. A deep three, and she's able to hit.
Great by TRC there. Crestwood sends the double team. There's going to be somebody who's open, able to calmly knock down the three.
Here's Lattimore, high post, looking to attack. Uses her dribble and length. Can't finish the floater. Edwards, another offensive rebound for her, though. Her fadeaway, and it's good.
Who's been very impressive. Great pass.
Good look for Frazier in the corner. Unable to hit. Lattimore rises above the defenders. Able to come down with the rebound. Going to get called for the travel on the breakout dribble, so it's going to go back over to TRC. We have Day Wilson check back in for Day Burrell here for Crestwood.
And I know we mentioned this previously, Max, but Crestwood length has just been a factor in every facet of this game, whether that's defensively, rebounding, offensively with putbacks. Woo!
Ennis gets to the spin, finds Vukut down low. Tied up on the defender, though. It's going to be stolen away by Crestwood. Here's Day Wilson probing. Didn't like what she had down there. Going to bring it back out. There's Lattimore attacking from the wing. Oh, great pass to find Edwards down low. 2 more points here, Aaliyah Edwards.
Again, excellent sharing of the basketball by Crestwood. And great finishing inside. And we've even got Aaliyah out here. Biggs putting pressure defensively way above the three-point line. Does that get called for the foul that time? But really, really making it difficult for TRC to get into anything. We're already down to 8 seconds left on the shot clock.
And Crestwood up 33 here, 6 minutes to go, and defensive pressure still there.
That's a really excellent point, Max, because I think if you were watching this game and didn't see the score, you would assume that it was very close. Both teams were battling it out. Crestwood's playing with that same energy and intensity that you would in a game that was going to go right down to the wire. And TRC might still come back in this one. You never know. But at this point in time, Crestwood definitely has the advantage.
Quick shot by Wilson, no good, but she flies in for the offensive rebound. She'll be fouled on that. Good job, Wilson, to clean up the miss. Here's Wilson against Day Wilson. Good job, Crestwood. 9 on the shot clock. Wilson calls for Vukovic to get the screen. Lattimore is able to cut her off. You got to go quick. Great defense there by Crestwood.
Absolutely, and it's another time when TRC is just unable to get a shot up. The defensive pressure is that intense from Crestwood.
Heading into the timeout, we have Crestwood leading this one 77-44, 5:45 to go in the fourth. Coming out for TRC, we have Fraser, Vukvik, Day, Tassan, and Wilson. Coming out for Crestwood, we have Day, Wilson, Reed, Lattimore, Akubasu, and Joseph. Here comes Crestwood. Day Wilson used the screen up top. Here's Reed for 3, too strong. TRC comes in with it. Tassan still looking to push. Right down the lane and able to finish for 2.
You just have to play these games out for both teams. You are going to be put in tough situations, games where you're playing really well, games where you're playing not so well, and playing till the end is going to be key in both of those situations.
Another great no-look pass there by Day Wilson, finding a cutting Reed. We're going to get the foul there on Ariel Wilson from behind, so it's going to send Reed to the line for 2. We've talked about it in a few games earlier, but these games that seem to get away, but there's still 5 minutes left. Both teams understand the score. TRC's probably not going to be able to come back in this one, but it's a chance for both the players and the coaches. They can test some things out. They can see how their players will respond to different things. It's almost like a chance to they get to test some of their stuff against other players, which they don't get in practice.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. And I mean, for TRC in particular, it's just sort of a barometer on your resilience and your ability to push through as well. Really, really challenging to do, but still something you have to do. And yeah, like you said, maybe you're going to try a new defense at this point, see how things work against something that you haven't tested yet in game play. So
Wilson gets a little up fake on Lattimore, gets her to fly by, unable to hit the 3 though. Edwards comes down with the rebound. Tassan able to pick it away though. The quick release 3 from the corner, too strong. Day Wilson cleans that one up for Crestwood. Day Wilson, another no-look pass. This one's unable to be hit by Joseph. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. It's going to be TRC ball. Day Wilson, though, putting on a passing display here.
Absolutely, yeah. Her teammates were still to finish those for her really soon.
Good job, Wilson, able to handle up top. Going to draw the foul there on Joseph. It's going to be TRC ball on the side. Going to get Drummond and Joseph both checking in here. Lattimore and Day Wilson are going to take a seat. Tassan gets a little hesitation up top, gets around the defenders. Couldn't finish at the rim, but there's Wilson to clean it up. Wilson hits him with the spin move. She goes to the rim, too strong. Still fighting for the offensive rebound, though. Drummond cleans it up for Crestwood. Edwards finds Reed in transition, hangs in the air for 2.
And just good awareness by all Crestwood players. Good cuts, good passes there. Ball barely hits the floor.
Tassan got in the lane, couldn't find her teammate though. Pass almost out of bounds. It's going to be tipped. Good job by Wilson to tip that one off the Crestwood defender. It's going to remain TRC ball here, 15 on the shot clock. Clark drives from the top, gets around Drummond, tries to finish with the left hand. She'll be fouled though. She'll go to the line for 2.
Interesting too for this one, we got Michaela Ennis from TRC, who was unable to play today. And as a player watching, this kind of thing can be a huge learning experience. When you're out on the floor and you're in it, you miss a lot of things. You're not able to see how your defensive rotations are working or when players are missing box outs, but being able to watch it sort of more from a coach's perspective allows you to see a lot of different things on the court, and hopefully when she comes back, she'll be better for it.
And we've seen her up. She's been encouraging her teammates throughout the game. We just saw her there go down to the bench, talk to Frazier about the last few plays. They broke it down. So good to see her engaged, helping her teammates, still working for the team while she's out.
Yes, and that's huge because that can be a really challenging part too, just wanting to be out there. And so it's really nice to see her still actively engaged in the game with her teammates.
Clark drives on the wing, finds Day in the corner, gets around Edwards, couldn't finish the layup. It's going to get a foul call, though, on Edwards. Day will go to the line for 2. Day's able to hit both from the line.
We're seeing frequent substitutions here from Crestwood, getting everybody through, trying different lineups, different combinations.
They get to Edwards on the block, working on Day, and the turnaround jumper is good. Continuing to pour it in here in the 4th. Vukovic, good job. Move to get the left hand, couldn't hit. Edwards comes down with the rebound. She's pushing, takes it herself, finds an open read on the doorstep, and she's able to hit for 2.
Good assist.
The ability of the post to start the break and take it a length of the floor is really something that cannot be understated there.
Absolutely, but also I think what's huge is her decision-making ability, because we've seen her take it the length of the floor and finish, but and sometimes with post players you get caught up in, okay, they can take it the length of the floor, but when it comes to actually making that pass or controlling the ball and pulling up, that's where you find a lot of difficulty. But with Aaliyah, we're seeing she's able to do that with the basketball and also has that decision-making capability.
Ennis, great crossover move up top, gets in the lane, the floater too strong. Vukovic cleans it up though for TRC, and she's able to hit for 2.
Good rebound, good finish.
They get it to Edwards again. Reed takes the 3 though after it's tipped out, too strong. Little miscommunication there for TRC. Edwards can't handle it though. TRC comes down with it. Clark in transition. The long reverse, and it's good.
Able to control it and put it in.
Edwards, good move there. It's going to be blocked though by Day. It's going to remain. Go over to TRC. Here they come in transition. Clark with the crossover. Lefty. Oh, just rims out, but she'll be fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. We're going to have a timeout here. Going into the timeout score, Crestwood 86, TRC 54. Here's Clark at the line. Able to hit the first. Strong on the second. Samuels brings it down for Crestwood.
So Max, we've got 1:20 left here in the fourth quarter, and we've noted that the score with this 32-point differential has remained fairly consistent through the at the end of the third and throughout this fourth quarter. So Crestwood hasn't pulled away anymore, but it's difficult to go down that big with TRC and kind of mount any kind of meaningful comeback this late in the game or that late in the game. But they have held their own here in the fourth. Just something that they will in future try and do earlier on in games.
Clark, great move, gets in the lane, gets to her spin move. Just off though, Crestwood's going to clean up that mix, but continues to be aggressive for TRC. Good job, Ennis picks off the pass, kicks ahead. Clark in transition. She's able to hit 2 more.
Yeah, and a good finish there.
It's going to be a travel there. Zulich on the side for Crestwood. It's going to be TRC ball here, 18 on the game clock.
We've got both coaches, Max also notably still coaching here with 18 seconds left in the game, encouraging their team. Challenging them, pointing out things they can be doing better. So that's really great to see too.
And this finds Day cutting. She's able to hit the short jumper. Up to 11 points on the game there for Day. Just like that, there we have it. Crestwood takes this one 88-59 over TRC. And we'll be with you next week on Thursday as we see Caledon take on visiting Bill Crothers. And we hope you tune in. Thank you.
Can't wait for another great day of basketball. Thanks, Max.